Okay, so we'll launch, we'll say index.html. So we'll edit this file, h2 hello. This is server 2. We'll close it, save this HTML. Cool. So now this is saved. So let's refresh it. Okay, so this is 190 and 190 is instance 1, I guess. Yes, so 190 is instance 1. So let me rename it. So we'll say this is server 1. I'm saving it. So let's refresh it. Okay, so cool. So now you can see this is server 1, and similarly we'll do it for server 2. We'll go to the same path. We'll say sudo vi var www html index.html. So we can simply copy the same content, paste it. Hello, this is server 2. Okay, so now we have set up this also. Let's check if it is updated. Great. Heading tags around it as well. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have both the instance up and running, and we have created index.html for both. And so this is our server 1, and again this is our server 2. So these are two different instances which we launched. Okay, so now this we are accessing with the IP address or the public IP address of our instances, but when we'll be launching an elastic load balancer, we will be basically using DNS of our elastic load balancer. And internally, so whenever we have a load balancer, we'll basically be making a request to load balancer, and load balancer will basically know what are the servers sitting behind it, and it will make the request accordingly. So we'll be hitting the IP of load balancer, and in turn load balancer will redirect the request. So instances are already up and running, so I'm just closing this for now. Now we will be creating load balancers. So if we'll go to services, you can also the name elastic. It's not showing up with this. Okay, I think it's, you can also select from here EC2 dashboard as well. Come down, here you go. So if we'll see load balancing, and under that you can find load balancers. So we'll click load balancers. Okay, so right now we are not having any load balancer, so we'll say create load balancer. So we'll create this preferred for HTTP and HTTPS. We'll be choosing this one only, application load balancer. So we'll say continue. And again, we can name our load balancer. We can give, or we'll say CBA ELB, CBA Elastic Load Balancer. Address type is IPv4 only, and connections is HTTP port 80. So we are good with that. And availability zones, we can select all the availability zones. And if you want to add any tags, you can give that. Say next, configure security groups. So now it is saying if your traffic to the load balancer needs to be secure, use HTTPS. So we are not going to do that in this tutorial. So we'll be sticking to HTTP. So next, configure security groups. So this is the default security group, which is here. And then let me just go ahead and log into AWS. We'll be using the security group which we have assigned to our EC2 instances. We can use the same security group here. So go back to EC2. We have two running instances. select any running instances, come down. The security group which we use for these instances is launch wizard 8, so we'll be selecting that only, launch wizard 8. So for the moment we'll be just using launch wizard 8 and default that will be, so this is the launch wizard 8 which we'll be using. So this is the target group. So we'll state if you want to give any name, you can give it. Port protocol is HTTP only and port is 8. So this is advanced health check settings. So basically what happens is the Elastic Load Balancer will pick only those instances which will pass the health check. So you can see healthy threshold is 3 here. So if some instances will fail the health check, it will not be using that instances to divert the traffic. So these are the some of the health check settings which you, if you want to configure it, you can simply do that. And next we'll say register targets. Okay, we have to give a name. Say CPA ELB. Okay, so our both of the instances are running. You can see now from here we have created the Elastic Load Balancer. Now we need to add instances to it. So if you see the diagram, we have created the Elastic Load Balancer, we have created the instances. Now we need to associate instances to this Elastic Load Balancer. So herein we can check both of them and we'll say these are all the details for you to review. After that we can say create. So it says created load balancer successfully. We can close it. So now currently the state is provisioning. If you want to see all the other details, you can see monitoring details also. If you want to see your monitoring details of your ELB or servers, you can check from here. So Amazon resource name is given for this. We'll say actions. You can edit IP address type. If you want to add the security groups, you can do it. And if you want to delete your ELB, you can select it, actions, and delete. Okay, so now our ELB status is active. So this is a DNS name which we can copy and we'll hit this DNS. Oops. So we are getting 503 service temporarily unavailable. Okay. So this is our ELB page. Let's go to target groups. Targets. Why there are no targets? Okay, so there are no targets up here, so this could be one of the reasons. We'll click edit. Okay, so we'll need to say add to registered. Okay, so I think last time we forgot to click this add to registered. Now we'll say save. Now we'll go to health checks. This is okay. Description, monitoring, and all the tabs are up here. So now we have configured the targets. So now both the instances are healthy. So let's try and okay, let's go back to our load balancers now. Status is active. Let's try to refresh it. Great. So I think we forgot to check that option. That's why we were not able to hit any of the instances. So let me refresh again. Again, the request has gone to server 1. Now request has gone to server 2. So load balancer will automatically detect, or it will automatically distribute the traffic to one of the servers. So this is how basically load balancers work. First of all, we launched 2 instances. Then we created a load balancer. Then we associated both of these instances with our load balancer. So this is how basically load balancers work in AWS, and this was all about this tutorial. So thanks for watching.